So you found a car that you want to buy from a dealership and you want to get a good deal. Here is how you give yourself the best chance of doing that. Now, the first step in these situations is always to reach out to a sales manager of some kind. Now, this is not because you're trying to make some power play of I only speak to the manager. This is because the managers know which salespeople are struggling and which ones are not. There's a lot of situations where managers will approve bad deals just because one of their salespeople is struggling and they need a boost in confidence. If you talk to just any salesman, if that person is already over their sales quota for the month, they might not have any incentive to actually give you a good deal. Now, this strategy essentially boils down to the fact that during any negotiation, both sides are constantly trying to do whatever it is to feel like they won. So if you're getting the win of a good price on the car, you have to give the dealership a win in another category. For me, my favorite way to do this is just by offering a very easy car deal. I've worked in car sales before, so I will mention that in the email, as well as attaching my driver's license, proof of insurance, and any other documentation that they're going to ask me for later on down in the process. So in this case, the win that you're trying to offer the dealership is a very easy transaction. Now, the thing to understand though is dealerships won't just do an easy transaction because they're lazy and they want to work less hard. The reality is a lot of sales managers do care about their salespeople and they know which salespeople are struggling and which ones aren't. To a manager, giving an easy deal to one of their salespeople could be the boost in confidence that that person needed to be productive again. So if you approach the dealership with a bad deal on paper because you're getting a good price, offering them the exchange of a quick and easy deal may be enough of a win for them to consider your offer. A lot of people have this idea that you need to go into car dealerships and grind your way through a deal to get the best price. That does not work anymore. Speaking as a former car salesman, there's nothing that makes me not want to give someone a deal more than them constantly arguing and pressuring me. The best deals that we ever gave people at the dealership that I worked at were people that came in, were simple, respectful, and knew what they wanted. You got to realize for salesmen, most car deals are taking 3, 4, sometimes 5 to 6 hours to get done. You walk in and you meet a salesman that needs one more unit to hit their quota for the month so they don't just make minimum wage. They might be willing to give you a good price if the whole deal's going to take 30 minutes. So moral of the story, if you're trying to get a good deal from a dealership, don't be a dickhead. Your best chance at getting a good deal is simply respecting them and knowing exactly what it is that you're looking for. And if you don't get the deal you want, you don't get the deal you want. You win some and you lose some. That's just part of life. So what do you think? Am I out of my mind speaking nonsense, or is there some logic to this point I'm sharing?